boys and girls. I hope you're all ready for your good night stories. Make sure you get into your beds, tuck yourselves in, and before we start, I want to introduce you to a new friend. Look. Now, he's a little mouse, but he doesn't have a name yet. So maybe we can think of a name for him together. Now, our little friend is going to help us tell our good night story so we can all go to bed happy and wake up tomorrow with a big, huge smile on our faces. What do you think about that, boys and girls? Okay, so let's start the story. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a little girl called Lenny Showman. Now, Lenny grew up in a land where there were evil, nasty monsters. But Lenny didn't realize that when she was born. And as she grew up, she was so happy. She had everything a little girl could ask for. She had a big house, pretty dresses, lots of nice food to eat, and she always felt safe. So Lenny grew up very, very happy. Isn't that little mouse? Yeah, she was very happy. In fact, she thought she was a little princess. Now, finally, after many, many years, Lenny grew up to be a thirst trap. Look. And she decided to join something called the IGF. Now, let me tell you, boys and girls, what the IGF is. Do you want to know? Yes, it's the Israeli genocidal force. And they like to murder innocent civilians and little babies and children. Okay, don't be sad. It's okay. It's okay. So Lenny decided to join the monsters. And when she joined the group of monsters, the little princess also became a monster. Yes, she changed. She became the disgusting, nasty, evil, murderous monster. And guess what she did? She got a bulldozer, boys and girls. Can you imagine? The IGF gave her a bulldozer. So every day, Lenny would go in her little bulldozer, and guess what she would do with it? She would, you don't want to hear this bit, she would demolish Palestinian homes, yes. She would knock down their houses with the bulldozer, destroy the homes that they'd lived in for generations and generations. And when the children cried, Lenny would laugh. When the old ladies would clutch their heads screaming about all their lost memories, Lenny would laugh. Lenny was very happy. She loved her life. She would skip down the road and smile at everyone. She would stick out her booty online. One day in the summer, Lenny was in her bulldozer. Yes, she was in her bulldozer. The sun was shining. The birds were chirping. And Lenny was so happy. Lenny couldn't wait to go and knock down some Palestinian houses. She was so excited to watch the children cry. But then something happened, and Lenny wasn't expecting that. She took her bulldozer and she went towards the house. And when the house collapsed, it fell on Lenny and her bulldozer. Yes, Lenny was trapped in her bulldozer and she was crushed to death. Never again would Lenny be able to be a thirst trap, to try and get more men to join the IDF, to make it look sexy. No, Lenny died. He got squashed into a blob. And now Her family will have to bury her, and Lenny will never, ever, ever be able to knock down another home. The moral of the story is, if you take away their homes will take away your lives. So this house was a special house. It was a house sent down from God. This house had many memories, and it didn't want to be knocked down. And it knew that God would appreciate it if Lenny was no longer on this earth. Anyway, boys and girls, that's the end of our good night story. Now close your eyes, go to sleep, and tomorrow is another day. And don't forget, we need to name our little friend. Good night. Love you all. Sweet dreams.